Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, with a population of 20 million in South Asia, teems with the youthful energy of people seeking a better life. However, current economic development and urbanization has caused serious waste issues that have become apparent in Dhaka in the form of water and air pollution. Waste was scattered everywhere on the streets, and without a system to collect and dispose of it, residents didn't know what else to do. JICA, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, offered its support and provided solutions. Over the course of more than 20 years, they have provided various support ranging from waste management, collection, the construction of final disposal sites, and training for officials and communities. It was all based around the Clean Dhaka project, calling on residents for cooperation in the sorting and collection of garbage. JICA also introduced Japanese technology to manage the final disposal sites, where waste ultimately ends up. As a result, the waste collection rate, which was only 40% in 2005, has improved to 85% by 2021. Dhaka is now praised as a success story in waste management.
এখন আগের থেকে অনেক ভালো এখন ফালাই না এটা আমরা অনেক মানুষে শিখে গেছে
Now, JICA is beginning new efforts to bring the successful model of Dhaka to other developing regions worldwide, including in Africa. This program explores the front lines of Japan's support in promoting waste management and aiming for the creation of clean cities. Following World War II, Japan entered a period of rapid economic growth after its Reconstruction period. It was an era of mass production and consumption. This came with serious problems, such as air and water pollution in the rivers and seas. In an effort to protect the health of their children, mothers across the country began movements demanding the government and businesses make changes. In the 1970s, never-ending waste from homes and factories in Tokyo overwhelmed proper disposal sites, resulting in foul odors as well as many flies and mosquitoes, posing a serious health threat to residents. Who should take responsibility for handling waste?
ゴミ問題の解決のためには何よりも都民の理解と協力が必要であります。
Following the revolutionary so-called War Against Tokyo's solid waste, which pit residents and administrators in intense conflict, everyone involved was compelled to seriously confront the issue. Locating disposal sites with the surrounding environment in mind, efficient collection infrastructure, and promoting recycling to reduce the amount of waste. Japan's waste management system, built collaboratively by the government, local authorities, residents, and businesses, has made Japan one of the cleanest countries globally. At the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP28, held in Dubai, JICA emphasized its support for waste management at the Japan Pavilion. This support program is one of the pillars of the Clean City Initiative, launched in 2021, with the goal of improving the health and living conditions of people in developing countries. Recently, JICA has been engaged in 54 waste management projects in 47 countries worldwide.
JICA Clean City Initiative addresses solid waste, air and water pollution, and other environmental issues that cause health problems in order to create clean city. Our initiative, JICA, aims to benefit 500 million citizens in 50 countries by 2030, together with global partner, government official, and people in developing countries.
October 2023. A delegation from South Sudan visited Dhaka, Bangladesh to observe advanced examples of waste management for developing countries. This delegation, led by John Sebit Disaremo, includes leaders in waste management administration from South Sudan and its capital city of Juba. JICA connected Bangladesh and South Sudan. The Dhaka officials emphasized their administrative stance.
We think our government as well as our authority will take care of waste management services is the most priority one.
South Sudan achieved independence from Sudan in 2011. Infrastructure and public services are being renovated, and waste management is no exception. The waste collection rate in Juba is low, and they also face the issue of management of the final disposal site. In 2021, JICA, alongside the South Sudan government, launched a project to make improvements to not only maintain the final disposal sites and provide heavy machinery, but also make plans toward human resource development.
It comes timely for us as the Republic of South Sudan, particularly the selected participants from various states, national, state, simply because people are insecure, and then collection system becomes very poor, and then people are just putting the waste everywhere, in the streams, open places, roads, and then open areas. I think this experience, for the first time in Bangladesh, it is going to empower us, equip us, and then also mold us to become very strong in terms of waste collection management.
The delegation from South Sudan visited one of the sanitation offices established in each district of Dhaka. JICA introduced a collection system tailored to the local conditions, utilizing rickshaws. This system allows containers to directly deposit waste into vehicles, reducing instances of the previously common problem where waste would pile up. These offices not only handle waste collection with rickshaws and cleanup in local areas, but also play a role as a bridge to the residents. To gather waste efficiently, it is essential to instill residents with the desire to keep their communities clean. In model districts where waste collection and sanitation are prioritized, there is no litter on the streets. The residents' awareness has changed dramatically.
এখন ফালাই না এখন পরিষ্কার আমাদের ইয়া করে শান্তিং যে ময়লা করবা না আমরা এখন টিস্যু ফালাই না
এবং মানুষকে অ্যাওয়ারনেস করা হয়েছে সচেতন করা হয়েছে যে যাতে করে আমরা রাস্তাঘাটে ময়লা না ফেলি ময়লা ফেলি এটাই হচ্ছে মেন কারণ
On this day, the delegation headed to Dhaka's final disposal site for their inspection. A waste disposal technique known as the Fukuoka method, developed in Japan, has been introduced here. The Fukuoka method uses infrastructure to extract gas emitted from the waste collected at the final disposal site. It collects and discharges wastewater and provides natural air to the site layers. It includes a system that encourages fermentation by microorganisms by drawing in air through pipes installed at the bottom of the site, suppressing the generation of methane gas and hydrogen sulfide, and reducing polluted water and unpleasant odors, safeguarding the surrounding environment. The delegation observed waste collection vehicles, maintenance sites for machinery, and the conditions in other cities. They had many exchanges with Bangladeshi officials. The next challenge for their team is to apply this experience within South Sudan.
When we go back, we will try to implement some of the practical things we have seen, we have learned, we have also shared experience among ourselves. We will go and put them into action so that it will improve the situation of waste management in Juba. Our dream is to see to it that our collection system improves like the one of Dhaka, like the one of Japan, like the one of other nations.
Dhaka City has enhanced its waste disposal capacity to the point it serves as an inspiration for other developing countries. Discussions with JICA to further improve waste management are ongoing. There are still many other areas of the country, as well as parts of Dhaka City, where waste management systems are not as well established. Dhaka City is committed to not only utilizing infrastructure and equipment from other countries, but increasing residents' awareness in order to gradually orchestrate their entire waste management system.
I think if any developing country follow us, our process, they can, it will help them to reduce their waste in future. Now we think this is our main responsibility to give the people of Dhaka City environmentally and clean city.
JICA is hopeful that Dhaka can serve as a realistic goal for developing countries.
We like to ask Dhaka to be a great teacher to deliver such a successful story, especially in solid waste management, to other country, especially in African country, because Dhaka has huge effort and a huge energy to realize the clean city in Dhaka. That's why I'd like to ask some other country to learn that Dhaka experience to be realized that the clean city in the world.
This is Kenya in Eastern Africa. In pursuit of prosperity, people are flocking to urban areas, including the capital, Nairobi, in search of employment, leading to a rapid increase in population. Consequently, the challenges of waste management have intensified. In November 2023, Kenyan government officials involved in waste management of various cities visited a final disposal site in Kiambu County near Nairobi. Part of the site adopts the Fukuoka method, the first introduced in Africa. The aim is to expand its use from Kiambu County to other areas within Kenya.
This is the landfill that is based on Fukuoka technology. Then this is the main leachate collection system where we have 600 millimeters.
However, even after its completion, this final disposal site faced various challenges and was not fully utilizing its capabilities. The road to the site was not paved, making it muddy when it rained and rendering it impassable for trucks and transporting waste. The underground drainage pipes were also damaged, and the supporting stones were stolen, highlighting a lack of proper management.
I say the pipe is
Andrew Jenga Kimani, the director in charge of waste management, is addressing these issues. Despite a limited budget, Kimani and his team worked as hard as they could. They created drainage channels and ponds to prevent road flooding and repaired the depression in the road by filling it with stones. They also made repairs and heightened site security to ensure the Fukuoka method could function properly. New heavy machinery was also introduced, and the final disposal site was once again able to function effectively.
We had issues of vandalism, and then we are still repairing this place. But once now we have the vents, we will start tipping waste here.
Here there's no smoke, So I think for us, Mombasa, we are looking forward to, one, get capacity built on this technology, and two, embrace it and take a best step forward in making sure that, because we implement it in our dam site. We've been talking about creating segments.
However, it's pointed out by JICA's expert, Okiguchi Ryota, that there are still many challenges to be addressed.
Will be the necessary for the data management to calculate the amount of waste which county government accept every day. So that data will be the baseline for the financial management and even the technical aspect, how much waste they have to accept in the landfill site.
A waste management workshop was held in conjunction with the inspection. In 2022, the Kenyan government enacted the Sustainable Waste Management Act, engaging various stakeholders to improve waste collection efficiency and recycling. JICA also plans to begin a new technical cooperation project, and discussions were held on how to effectively collaborate. On this day, JICA experts visited Governor Wamatangi of Kiambu County. Creating a model case is essential to maximize effectiveness with limited resources, and the cooperation of Kiambu County is crucial for the success of the next project.
And I believe me and my team, looking back, we acknowledge that the progress has been very, very helpful. We certainly appreciate what you're doing, and we are committed also. We are very committed to ensure that we'll do what we should do as a county government and also as a country to make sure that we get there.
With the governor's further support, the JICA team aims to make Kiambu County a new model case for waste management in Africa by strengthening collaboration with individuals like Andrew Jenga Kamani working on site.
Waste management is connected with various factors such as social factors like local customs and people's behaviors, economic activities. So I need someone who is a local expert. I always have to be humble to understand the local context, local culture, what they are doing for daily tasks. So just keep deep dialogue with a local expert.
Samoa is an island nation in the South Pacific. Surrounded by emerald green seas, the abundance of nature and tourism has supported the lives of its people. Even in this small nation with a population of 220,000, the issue of waste is a significant burden. This is because the once self-sufficient and locally sourced lifestyle has transitioned to relying on imports. Increasing the number of waste disposal sites within the limited land is challenging, leading to a growing fear that at some point they will not be able to dispose of their waste. JICA has been addressing waste issues in Pacific countries since 2000, and in 2011, they began the J-PRISM project to support countries in the region, including Samoa. It focuses on developing waste management plans, capacity building, and other initiatives. This is Mimura Satoru, who is involved in the project as a JICA expert.
Since the beginning of our cooperation, we are focusing on the trainings, and we organized the trainings in Japan as well as in Apia, Samoa. And we so far educated more than 100 experts and specialists, and some of them are working as the head of the environmental division or waste management division in each country.
Based in Samoa, the Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Program, or SPREP, collaborates with JICA, various aid agencies, the United Nations, and others to address common environmental issues in Pacific countries. Waste management is one of their major focuses.
Waste management in the Pacific, I think, is even more important than in bigger countries because of the small size of many of the countries. I think what you can hide easily in bigger countries, you cannot do in smaller countries. There's not enough funding, not enough people, not enough capacity. And that's why they've chosen to strengthen these regional organizations to be able to help the individual governments to do what they need to do.
With JICA's support, the Fukuoka method has been introduced at a Samoan final disposal site, minimizing its impact on the surrounding environment. However, it is essential to reduce waste through sorting and recycling to prevent waste from becoming overwhelming.
You may see many plastics and aluminum cans around the area. And it is said this landfill site has only 10 years long lifetime. They should recycle the plastics, aluminum cans, and others to reduce the amount of waste which comes into this landfill site.
Currently, JICA, SPREP, and the Samoan government are focusing on campaigns that engage residents to share a sense of urgency and encourage participation in cleanup activities. In 2018, the private Samoa Recycling and Waste Management Association was established. They set up recycling stations at supermarkets and other public spaces, encouraging residents to help in sorting efforts. They are also working to develop experimental businesses, recycling bottles, cans, and other materials for reuse, and contributing to sustainable waste management.
I mean, the exit of plastics, not only overseas market, but also for the domestic local market.
Yes, definitely. We have enough to cater to our own local, right?
In December 2023, an online meeting was held between the SPREP headquarters in Samoa and the JICA Global Environment Department. Earlier, SPREP expressed the necessity of further coordination in a conference discussing plastic waste in Caribbean countries. This meeting with JICA explored the possibility of joint support with SPREP to address and resolve the common challenges faced by island nations.
To highlight what we have done here and see what we can do to help those other regions to do this. And I'm sure we can learn from some of the things that they do too.
In the Pacific and the Caribbean, the small size of individual countries limit the resources and budget available for waste disposal. Director General Nawandra believes that fostering expertise and collaboration among nations is key.
With JICA, realistically, I'd like to have a core group of waste practitioners and waste entities that are able to have the skills, the knowledge, the approaches, capacity to start addressing waste in the Pacific on an ongoing basis. I think all of us just here for a certain time to come and do what we can. It's just our responsibility to continue to build on what the others have done before us and make sure we continue to grow that capacity. Yeah?
How to best train personnel responsible for waste management in each country. In November 2023, representatives involved in waste management administration from 8 African countries visited Japan. They toured Yokohama, a city known for its excellent waste management techniques and expertise. Here, heat energy from waste incineration generates electricity, known as a waste-to-energy facility. Here, cans, glass, and plastic bottles are sorted to recover materials like iron, aluminum, and glass from the waste for recycling. And finally, environmentally conscious final disposal sites. All of the facilities they inspected incorporate technologies developed by Japan over the years.
市民事業者の皆様には日々 3R ということでリデュース、リユース、リサイクル、この取り組みをしっかり進めていただくこと、それからどうしてもゴミになってしまうものを行政の方が事業者とも連携をしながら適正に処理をしていく、この2つの両輪がしっかり回っていくということで廃棄物管理が成り立っているということをしっかりご理解いただきたいと思います。
Each participant will consider how to utilize the knowledge gained on this experience to contribute to the development of their home country's waste management system.
Car c'était une première fois de voir une usine d'incinération. Et j'ai été beaucoup impressionnée aussi de la collaboration entre la population et les acteurs de la gestion de la ville. Le fait qu'ils arrivent à s'entendre et à faire adhérer la population au tri, à la source, c'est une grande impression pour moi.
J'étais très impressionné par le respect de l'environnement des Japonais, des citoyens, avec des gestes de tri maîtrisés, donc très simples, et également des systèmes de traitement qui sont très respectueux de l'environnement, qui ne polluent pas l'environnement, et également avec un volet de développement de l'économie circulaire.
This is the Global Environment Department at the JICA headquarters in Tokyo. Collaborating with office staff, personnel, and experts, constantly coming and going from developing countries, they are now searching for concrete methods to expand clean cities worldwide.
I'm sure that proper management of the solid waste contribute clean city and enhance circular society with behavior change by the people. We JICA try our best to create clean city and to enhance sustainable development in developing country too, and create a beautiful world in the future.
Building on its experience in becoming one of the cleanest countries globally, Japan continues to contribute to developing nations. Today, it continues to provide assistance tailored to the specific needs of each country and region.